Well, we're back again, Taurus. It's September 2020, Dadhichi here. And let's get straight into it. Here we can see that the important full moon taking place on the 2nd, right there in your 11th house next to idealistic Neptune. You really want to be careful about putting your friendships on a pedestal this month, especially with the Mercury Sun in the 5th house. That's a lot of play, a lot of impulse. That's also shown by Mars and Uranus sitting on either side of the beginning of the sign of Taurus, your sun sign. Keep an eye out here on Mercury. It's going to move shortly on the 6th, I believe, and that will take place just as Mars is receiving the aspect of the moon. That makes for some rather secretive, hidden angst, because the 12th house here has to do with your past and all of those things that are hidden. Moon moves into the midpoint here of Mars and Uranus, destabilizing your emotions. There's Mercury moving into that 6th house of work, diligence in the way that you are working at your career or those different tasks that you want to do. Notice also here down at the lower part of the horoscope, your ruling planet, Venus, moving into this 4th house of family, receiving some pretty good aspects here from the moon on the 9th and 10th. Mercury also receiving good aspects there. Your imagination and your emotions are fully engaged and committed to the work that you're doing. Bit of a right angle there to the sun in the 5th house. Your creativity may suffer a little bit by about the 11th. And I want you to take a look there. This is an important one, your 12th ruler. We talked about the full moon being in that area of your horoscope at the beginning of the month. Then Mars, the ruler of this 12th house, hidden secrets going retrograde. So what that's about is about learning from your past experiences, learning about how to reevaluate, how to approach people, how to approach circumstances. And that shows quite a bit of backing off. You may have some deal, some plan, some task or project that you're working on, which you start to feel a bit uncomfortable about. You start to pull back on that. I'm missing some of these aspects because I'm doing too much talking. The 17th, no, I'm just in time there. The 17th, we see the new moon there in that 5th house of creativity. Let's leave that Mars retrograde for the moment. We see a triangular aspect there to all of these planets in the 9th house. Mind you, Jupiter's gone direct now, and that means that some of the expansive ideas that you've had, for example, in the areas of travel, education, will start to move forward. There's the moon conjoining Mercury in a nice intellectual and creative, imaginative conjunction on the 18th and 19th. The 24th is important because we see the moon coming up here and making those aspects to Uranus, leading up to that, the 21st. And then it moves into this 8th house on the 24th. We're going to talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the month. But there it is, moving into your 8th house, which is, again, another hidden house of the zodiac. The 4th, the 8th, and the 12th Taurus are all those hidden parts of your nature. This imaginary line here is actually the horizon. So everything under here is the hidden part, but particularly this lower part, your ruling planet, throughout much of the month of September, family life, domestic affairs, working on the inner part of yourself. You've still got this work aspect going on here. The sun moves into Libra on that 22nd, 23rd of the month, while Mercury is still there. And on the 24th, I said to you that important Mercury-Neptune aspect that I've missed again, coming from this 5th house. Again, idealism may be reaching too high. Need to keep your feet on the ground. Important transit there on the 28th as Mercury moves into the relationship side of your chart with some nice aspects there from the moon the 11th house of friendship, which means bonding and dealing with your partner in a more, I guess, casual way, rather than being too heavy, which we noted before with the, actually that Mercury-Mars opposition aspect towards the last few days of the month will cause some problems in your communication in relationships if you're not careful. Again, the important thing this month is the retrograde Mars, causing you to go back in time, back in self, understand the motivation for your actions a lot more clearly, and to tie that in with past actions, and to see that if you've got to repeat those actions now during this period of your life, that you need to be more circumspect, you need to be much more careful about how you proceed. So, more on your Taurus horoscope at astrology.com.au in the monthly, weekly, daily and yearly readings that I've prepared for you there. Do take a look at that at astrology.com.au. Do subscribe, leave me a note if you need some more personal attention. I'm more than happy to get back to you to let you know how we can do that. Till next month, look after yourself, Taurus. Great having your company again. Bye-bye now.